Guess I'll wait and see if anybody comes in. I know it's a little impromptu live. It's not going to be no hollering and screaming and bashing and all of that stuff. Hey, Puss in Boots. Hey, Ben. Hey, Pearls of Wisdom. It's not going to be no ranting, dragging. Morning, main girl. I titled this live that a friendship is 100-100, not 50-50. And I feel that way about every relationship. Every relationship. A marriage, there is no 50-50. In my opinion, it takes, hey, happy, happy, happy. Hey, sunshine after the rain. Hey, Kathy rebuilds. I think it takes 100-100 to make any relationship work. A friendship, a marriage. I've never liked that 50-50, meet me halfway kind of thing. No, it's all the way or it's no way. Now, you can have your differences in any relationship. But if it's a real friendship, then you talk about those differences. And then if you can't come to a conclusion and you're just at a standstill, then that's when you go your separate ways. But I watched Sarah earlier, and I know Sarah didn't mention my name, but I'm not going to, hey, Galway, I'm not going to sit over here and talk like she's in a third person. Let me start by saying that her and her husband did offer to put my son, to help with my son, to get him into a treatment program. And even to come and pick him up even. And my son, the addict, refused. Not the addict's mother, but my son. He wasn't ready. Hey, sunshine after the rain. I love that name, I swear. Hey, Nickercrafts. But it was my son that refused. It wasn't me. So why you felt the need to tell that story and then want to say that I only tell half stories? First of all, I don't know why you just didn't say it, because everyone made the connection. I've been quite open about my son's addiction on here. Whether he's active. Ben, I'm so proud of you. Congrats, dude. Keep it up. I wish he'd start going live again, but if it's going to push you to drinking, don't do it. But why you didn't just say what you, yeah, easy. I don't understand why she brought it up, but she did. And she's telling the truth. I mean, she really did. I mean, her and her husband did offer to help my son, get him in a place. They offered to drive to get him, to take him back, because we do live in different states. Like I said, it was my son that wasn't ready, not me. Hey, Alyssa. So I feel like if she wanted to, if you're only in a relationship to receive or be given things, you're more in love with yourself. Yeah, happy. I agree. I don't know why she felt the need to bring that up, because the connection was going to be made to me. So I'm going to give her credit, because they really did do that. They really did do that. But I'm also not going to let the world believe, or the YouTube world believe, that we just walked away from Sarah because that's not true. We all cared very much about Sarah, and to be honest with you, I still do. I don't want her sad. Mac, trust me, they knew. Morning, Christina from Flint. Um, well, I'll tell you what, Mac, I knew who she was directing it at, and so did several others that I'm close to. But what Sarah doesn't understand is I don't want anything bad for her. As a matter of fact, when I felt like she was going through something, I picked up the phone and I called somebody that talks to her. That's okay, Mike. Thank you for saying that. And I told him I was worried about her. And I called this person because at that point, Sarah had shut us all out of her life. Sounds like Sarah has been going through a lot. I'm sure she is easy, but see, we don't know because she walked away from us. None of us walked away from her. She walked away from us. Oh, I definitely love Sarah. There's several in our little group that love Sarah. Several shed tears. And I still want nothing but the best for Sarah. I just don't understand the point behind bringing up what she said this morning because she knew I was going to, and maybe that's what she wants, but she knew I was going to address it. So, yeah, every time she left us, Puss in Boots would chase her down. Hello, Jenny Henson. But the thing is she decided to go a different way, and that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But like I said, a relationship is 100, 100. And it would have just been so much nicer for her to say, hey guys, you know what? I think I'm going to try to go in a different direction. I'm not feeling comfortable here. Uh, maybe, no hard feelings, but I'm gonna take my channel and my friendships and my life and everything in a different direction. We went through a lot with Sarah. She knows a lot of personal things about us, and we know personal things about her. Exactly. It's not 50-50. It's 100, 100. I don't know many facts here. Time for me to say, have a good day. Mike, you don't have to leave. Well, I don't know if I made it up, Ben, but it's been the way I've lived my life. Any relationship is not 50-50. It's 100, 100. I've always felt like that. So when somebody said, it was more like, meet me halfway or at least 50-50. No, it's 100, 100 if it's a true friendship or a relationship. I feel like that. I've always felt like that. Nothing's going to change that. But I am going to acknowledge the fact that her and her husband did offer to come and get my son and get him into a treatment center. I'm not going to just blow that off as if that didn't happen. It's very hard and it's very painful, Christina from Flint. And I'm really not going to talk a lot about it because I don't want it to be YouTube fodder. Uh, but he's okay. We'll put it that way. He's okay. Oh, I understand that, Mac. Your husband always comes first. Your family should always come first. Morning, Sunnyside. Now, I did hear her say that people are throwing her addiction in her face, or her, not her addiction, but her relapse. I don't know who that is, but that's not me. I would never do that to her or to anyone else. I made the mistake when I came on here and I had a troll account and I named it something very nasty. And I've apologized for that troll account and I've apologized to the person that that troll account was pointed at. Thank you, main girl. Enjoy yourself. Right. I wish her nothing but the best too. I mean, I don't get enjoyment out of seeing anybody's life in chaos. I don't care who you are. I don't get enjoyment over seeing Diane's life in chaos. Doesn't mean she's not a scammer. It just means I don't get enjoyment out of seeing people suffer. Well, this will be the last time that I address Sarah because I'm not here to hurt her. Like I said, she walked away from us. And I'm not just talking our little group. I'm talking people that, I mean, she said it. She went into her Discord and said, if you don't believe in Diane or whatever her words are, I'm paraphrasing, please don't, if you don't believe in Diane, then you need to get the F out. Okay, well, I guess there were people that didn't believe in Diane at the time. I was booted from her Discord. I was She recently just blocked me on Messenger. Um, all I did the other day was right or wrong. That's all I did. Is I didn't allow somebody to take the fall for something that somebody else did. If that makes me a bad person, then I wasn't Republican Ashworth. I don't think, Ben. I might have been. I don't know. I understand, Jenny. A lot of people can't, and a lot of people are going to, and that's their business. If they want to stand behind Diane, go for it. It's like everybody freaked out the other night when Randy said, I'm not going to quit talking to Diane. That's Randy's right, man. She can talk to Diane till the cows come home. Just like it's Wendy's right not to. I wish we would too, Mac, but I don't think it's ever going to happen. But this isn't about Diane, Randy, Wendy. This is about my relationship with Sarah, our relationship with Sarah. It takes two. And we didn't always get the same in return that we felt like we were giving Sarah. And I'm sure Sarah felt the same way. I don't want to fight with Sarah. I don't want to battle with Sarah. But I can already see. No, it wasn't intentionally hurtful, Kat Kinsey. And if she took it that way, I apologize. Laura was the one that was live. And Sarah had just been in uh, Science Girls where it was brought up. And all she had to do was to own it right then and right there. And yes, we were all in that group. So, and I admitted that. I admitted that the other day. It wasn't like Sarah was in a group by herself. I would love to talk it up, Remy. Sarah doesn't want that. She's made it clear. So I'm not going to force myself on her, especially if she's going through as much in her life as she's going through. I'm not going to force myself on her. You know, that would be the worst thing I could do for her. You know, so I do. I wish her well. And I'm going to sit here and I'm going to admit that what she said in the beginning of her life is true. It is true. She did. Her and her husband did offer to help my son. I don't know why she didn't just come out and say it. I've never hidden my son's addiction. And I did pick up the phone and call somebody when I felt like I could see Sarah spiraling out of control and ask them if she was okay and to please let me know how she was. I tried to talk to Sarah. When I tried to explain how I feel, she blocks me. Exactly. That was Sarah's response to us. So, I mean, it's obviously her decision. So, I mean, what do we do with that? One of my mods said that they're modding from the bushes. Jenny Jen, stop it. She said back when it first started, and you know that she probably doesn't feel that way now, but you know by saying that it targets her. Who are you, the truth? Who are you, Jenny Jen, to come in here and talk about my relationship? No, don't hide her. Who are you to come in here and talk about my relationship with Sarah? Because let me tell you, I could tell you a few things, Jenny Jen, but I won't, okay? Of course, thank you. Next. Hey, Bluebell. That's a good question. Pearls of wisdom. So, Jenny, you come in here trying to talk about my friendship with Sarah would be like me trying to come into your stream and talk about your friendship with Hondo, or don't hide, Jenny. Oh, okay. It's probably like me trying to come into your stream and talk about your relationship with Vinny or Hondo. Okay.
Hello.
Hey, thank you. Next.
Hi, Tracy.
How you doing?
I'm okay. I'm sick right now, but look, I this is such a hard thing for so many of us to watch, and I'm hoping that maybe there can be some type of maybe a agreement on both sides that um I mean Sarah's going through a rough time, that maybe right now, uh, 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 regardless of if Sarah goes live, that 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 you just don't respond, and in time that maybe somebody that's not on either side per se can speak to you guys in time. I mean, do you think that regardless of what Sarah, if Sarah goes live, that you cannot respond to her for now?
Most certainly.
Because I know I know that you love and care about Sarah, and I know that Sarah loves and cares about you, and I think that right now, it you know she's going through a rough time, that it's just something has to give here, and I think that somebody has to stop responding. Maybe in time, somebody like Kathy Rebuilds or somebody like that can privately, when things calm down, when life starts to get a little bit better, uh you know maybe they can, maybe she can try and help or something. And I know that it seems not fair that, that if Sarah goes live, that you can't respond. I know that. I know that. But I mean, something has to give, and I feel like there's so much hurt and pain right now that um it's just going to get worse, I mean, what do you think? Because Lisa 54, I understand. I totally understand what you're saying. I do. I just I hate to see this, because it's I believe it
And
was
you know
just
what?
starting
We
with
hate to see
friendship.
it too, or I hate to see it too.
Yeah.
But thank you, next. There's a lot going on in my life too. I'm
Right.
good, there's a lot going on in my life too.
Yeah.
And I get no reprieve from it.
Right.
All Sarah had to do was go live this morning and leave my son's situation out of it. That's it.
Right. Yeah. I
I
understand.
struggle every day. There's no such thing as relapse in my life because I struggle every day with an
Yeah.
addict. Every fucking day, I struggle with an addict.
Mhm. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I know there's no, I guess there's no simple, I mean, there's no real answer here. I feel bad, because I know how much you guys both cared about each other. So,
And she walked away with nothing, with not even so much as a goodbye, folks. And I can't change that, but I haven't been attacking her. The only thing I did was set one thing straight. And because nobody likes that person,
mhm.
everybody's mad at me because I did the right thing and didn't let somebody take the fall for it. But because
Right.
nobody likes that person, I'm picking on Sarah. No.
Yeah. Yeah. I yeah, I know. And I'm sorry. I don't mean to insert
No,
myself or
I adore
anything.
you. Thank you. Next.
I just I feel bad for you guys, because I know how much you guys cared for each other, so I feel bad. I feel bad for both sides. I wish there was a simple answer, and there's not. So, and
The only answer is either Sarah sits down and talks to me,
yeah,
or we both go our separate ways quietly.
right, right,
That's the only two answers that I can think of. But
yeah,
it's not going to be portrayed as if I did something horrible to Sarah.
yeah, yeah. And I do understand. Um, I do understand. Of course, you wanting to respond, and I understand your side, and I haven't spoke to be honest, I haven't spoken to Sarah or anything like that. I just I feel bad because I know how you guys
She
felt.
did mention my son always watching because she knew exactly who she was talking about, and so did a lot of other people. When she said that she and her husband reached out to try to help my son, and I admitted it. She did do that. But do we as a group,
Hey,
are we going to sit here and throw things in each other's faces? Is that what we're going to do? Because if that's what we're going to do, it was us that convinced Sarah to reach out to her daughter.
can I say something real quick, Tracy? Then I got to hop off and give Randy his little
Sure,
shot.
go ahead.
Thank you, Next. I love you. You are
Hey,
a
honey.
sweet pea. And I know you came up here with that good old golden heart and your best of intentions.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's a complicated situation.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's
Tracy,
another divide, but I'm sorry. It's another divide that has basically happened over Diane. And that is stupid.
mm-hmm.
Right. Right.
And Tracy, I don't want to speak for you, but I think if Sarah didn't mention your son, I don't think you would have responded. Because you
No.
don't want to fight with Sarah. You don't want a war with Sarah. None of us do. Sarah's hurt me. I'm not going to go into the details on it because it's between me and her. I tried to reach out to her, but when I get blocked, when I try and tell her my side of it, what more can we do? What more can we say?
Yeah.
And then when we leave it, we leave it alone,
Yeah.
then we're cruel. We're not good friends. Sarah, you know exactly who you were talking about. Would you like to take a link? Because I'm tired of this, Sarah. I don't want to fight with you. I don't want anything bad going on in your life.
I don't either.
None of us do.
Never have, never would. That's why every time she just up and left and didn't say anything, I was the one that ran after her. Because I knew her heart. I knew something was going on. And I didn't want anything bad for her. I still don't. My heart hurt when I heard that she relapsed. It did.
Welcome, Sarah.
Tracy,
Hey.
I didn't mention your son. I
Who was
didn't
you talking
mention
about,
any
Sarah?
names.
Can I ask you a question? Who was you talking about when you said that?
You're right, but I never mentioned any names at all.
But did you think about how that was going to make me feel?
You brought it to life by coming out and saying it was you that I was talking about. No one would have known if you hadn't have said that.
So, again.
And there's actually been a few people that have reached out, and Brandon has helped them.
Okay, but you were talking about my son.
I did not mention your son's name.
I understand that, Sarah. I understand that. I do. But did you think about how that was going to make
How was it a
me
bad
feel?
thing? What was
There are
wrong with what I
people that
said?
know Tracy's story
What was
because they've
wrong with what
listened
I
to her
said? I'm not
lives.
talking to you, Puss in Boots. I'm talking to Tracy.
Oh,
What was
calm
wrong
down,
with what
Sarah,
I said?
please.
There was nothing wrong with what you said, Sarah, except it seemed like you were throwing that in my face. As
Not at
if
all.
I didn't accept your kindness. Well, it wasn't me, Sarah, that didn't accept your kindness. It was my son,
Don't you
the
think I
addict.
know that? Don't you
I
think
don't know if you know that or not. It didn't sound like
I'm
you
an
knew it
addict
from.
myself? So yes, I know that. I know when people are not ready to go. You can't force anybody to go into rehab. I never even mentioned that. You just did. You know, everybody wants
Sarah,
to talk about me relapsing, but
I
let's
don't
forget
talk
all the
about your
good things that
relapse.
Sarah has done or
I
tried to
don't talk
do.
about your relapse.
You
She
and Marcia
confirmed
talked
what
about
you
it last night.
said.
I what? What did I do?
You
I
and
said,
Marcia was talking about it last night.
No. I
Trying
wasn't
to
talking
say
about your
that,
relapse.
no, Marcia was even implying that I was blaming her for a relapse. That's not
Okay,
true.
so
I can
okay.
only be responsible for what I do. Nobody else is responsible for what I put in my mouth, what I take. That's on me. I
I
chose
know
to do
you know
that.
this, Sarah. I know I know you know this. You're very intelligent. But you just said Marcia was implying.
She did last night.
Okay, so did you not imply this morning
Imply what?
that I didn't accept your kindness when you reached out to help my son? Was that an implication, just like you think Marcia did?
No, I was telling the truth. There's no truth that anybody made me relapse. I did that on my own. I was talking about a story and I never mentioned any names.
Sarah, it's not about mentioning names. It's about what it made my heart feel.
Well,
Just
how
like
do you
it's
think
about what
my
it makes
heart
your
feels?
heart feel.
Okay, let me ask you a question. How do you think my heart feels when you go up on Laura's panel? You could have done that behind the scenes. You could have came to me. You could have done that on your own panel, but you decided to do it on Laura's. And you knew how that would make me feel.
Why didn't you take
You did that
responsibility
out
for
of
it when you were
spite.
in Science Girls?
You did that out of
Fatty
spite.
Boop, we are trying to work out a friendship. If you don't like it, leave.
You did that out
See,
of
this
spite.
is the kind of thing I'm talking about. People like Batty Boop coming in and not wanting us to work it out.
You know, when people try to throw me under the bus, don't you think I'm going to come out and say, look, I'm not the only one involved in this shit? Don't you think I have the right to do that?
Yes, I do. And I
Okay.
admitted who all was in that group. I sure did. Black
I
Eagle,
didn't
who
want to
are
be a
you
part of
talking about?
certain people anymore because I did believe in Diane and I love Diane. And I just didn't want to be. Tiffany went fucking hard for Diane and I didn't want to be a part of that. I didn't want to be a part of some of the things she was saying.
And Sarah, I get it. I get it. But could you not just have told us? Why did you have to leave
I
us and
tried.
block us and throw us to the curbside? Do you know how much that hurt? We were friends, Sarah.
Yeah.
Do you remember how excited I was on the day you got the best news of your life? Do you remember that? I don't want to see you hurt. When I thought something was going on with you, I picked up the phone and I called somebody because I was concerned because you had me blocked and you didn't want to hear from me.
I'm gonna hop down. I love you,
Thank you. Next.
both of you guys, and I sincerely pray that this gets worked out because I hear pain in both of your guys' voices, and I know you're both going through extremely difficult things, and I really pray that it gets worked out.
You too. Thank you. Next.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye. If there's one thing we have in common, Sarah, It's it's our knowledge of addiction.
Yeah.
Yours is from the point of view of an addict, which has helped me many a times. And mine is from the point of view of a mother of an addict.
How would you feel if someone from one of your friends, how would that make you feel if somebody was making fun of you for relapsing?
Who did
Or
that?
your son? There's been a lot of people come over to my channel and basically make fun of me for that. Or they'll go over to
Well,
Amanda
that's
Lynn's channel
disgusting.
and make fun of me for it.
That's disgusting.
How do you think that made me feel?
That is disgusting. But I don't watch Amanda Lynn very often. I'm doing my best to not watch people who obviously don't like me. And Souls, I haven't seen it. But I can tell you right now, I don't agree with it.
I can't stay up here very long. I had a seizure yesterday and I'm not feeling the best. But
Well, I'm sorry, Sarah. Please get to a doctor and get yourself taken care of. You're needed by people.
I don't want to continue doing this fighting. I don't want to have a war with you.
I don't either. So let's stop.
You know,
But it hurt me what you said this morning, just like what obviously I've said something that hurt you.
yeah.
So what it boils down to is, I wish you the absolute best, Sarah. I want you to have the best life you can possibly have.
I don't wish anything bad on you, Tracy, and I wish that you would understand that. We had a difference of opinion, and I did say that I needed to step back for a while. And then it seemed like we just automatically became enemies. And you were mentioning me, and that's why I went up on Republican Ashes panel that one day. And then you've said a few other things, and that's what made me go live in response. I don't want to keep doing this back and forth. I just
Jenna
don't.
Moon wants to know if you can also unblock her. See,
No.
there was a whole group of people, Sarah, whether you remember this or not. And I love her too, Sandy. But there was a whole group of people that you just turned on. You just clicked like a light switch. And maybe it's because something was going on in your life and that's what you needed to do. That you needed to just turn it off.
I don't want to publicly talk about what upset me to the point to why I left. I don't want that out for people to, make lives about. I don't want that. There was problems, and Tracy, you know that.
I know. And I wish we could have discussed it before you just decided to block us all and run. And now you've got all these people in here that are supporting you. And I think that's fantastic.
Speaking of that, Jenny Jen is a good friend of mine. And she was just trying to defend me like someone would defend you. Please don't block her. Jenny's a really good girl and she's a great person.
Well, she's not going to come in here and come at me.
I don't know
when
what
she doesn't know the story. No, Kat, you don't know what you're talking about. So please stop. If you think you're being helpful, you're not. Yahweh says, please be careful with your seizures, Sarah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can even see chat.
I can't. But
nobody is piling on Sarah. If anything, I'm the one being piled on, Doodle.
When I said what I said this morning, I didn't mention your name or your son's name because I didn't want to disrespect you by saying your name.
Sarah, it was a
You did
jab
that.
at
That
me.
was not a jab at all. It was the truth.
And I admitted it the first thing I did when I come on here. It is the truth. But it hurt hearing you go live and say, me and my husband offered to help this person's
Brandon
son.
did. You know how many calls he made?
I know, Sarah, I'm not saying that you're lying. I know what you did, but you made it sound like I was not grateful.
No, I didn't mean it
I
in that
can't
manner. I was just telling a story.
do something.
And I know that. Brandon couldn't force me into a rehab this time, and we're not together right now. I get it. I understand.
Well, I'm sorry that that's going on in your life. I truly am. I know how much that man loved you, and I know how much you love him. And I'm going to pray with all my heart that you two work it out, because he knows about relapse.
Yep.
He knows it happens. But Sarah, there's a lot of people going through shit on here that I'm not going to bring it up because it's not my story to tell.
And
People
I know
that
that. I
people
know.
that you actually cared about at one time.
We're all going
So
through
you're
different
right.
things, and I'm not trying to trash any of them. And I haven't. I've not disrespected any of them. I haven't disrespected Tawanda. I haven't disrespected Puss in Boots. I completely blocked Jenna because she went live about me twice. And I thought we were friends, but I had to block her for my own sanity because she's talking shit about me. So yeah, I blocked her, and I don't want to unblock her, and I'm sorry. Maybe in time, but I don't want to right now.
Kat, would you like to come up on the panel and do the negotiation here? Because because I have no idea what you're saying, and you saying that to her right now makes it seem like she doesn't matter. What did I say to Sarah to make it feel like she doesn't matter? If she didn't matter, I would have come on here and I would have just ranted and raved and called out bullshit. That was never my point. My point is a relationship is 100, 100. Sarah is broken. Yes, Sarah is. But there's a lot of other broken people because of this relationship that didn't come forward.
I'm sorry, I gotta go.
Everyone is going through stuff, Kat. I'm not belittling what Sarah's going through, but I'm not going to have it out there like I'm some horrible friend that walked away from Sarah at the worst time of her life. That didn't go down that way. Kat, it doesn't sound like you're trying to fix it. It sounds like you're pointing a finger at me. I'm so selfish. I'm so selfish, Hartley. You really want to sit there and say that I'm a selfish person? Well, let me tell you something, Hartley. I'm so selfish that I'm going to end this live and I'm going to get back to one of my good friends who's just lost their brother-in-law to an OD. Okay. And I'm going to get back to another good friend that's been diagnosed with congestive heart failure. And then I'm going to get back to another good friend that's struggling to get through COVID and make sure that her family is okay. And then I'm going to get back to another good friend who's been through a car accident and is suffering. Okay? That's how damn selfish I am. So if you think you came in here to help Hartley, you did no good. Soul's salty. That is not true. And you need to stay out of my chat because you absolutely hate me. You run your mouth about me all the time. So stay out of my chat. Thank you, Sunnyside. I am the less selfish person in the world. My heart breaks for Sarah right now. I want nothing more than to see her life come together and be what she thought it was going to be a couple months ago. But when I'm blocked, there's no commenting behind the scenes. There's no talking behind the scenes when you're blocked in every aspect. Me too, Blackhearted, me too. And yes, somebody please check on Sarah. I'm not able to. So good luck to you all. I have some friends I need to check on. Sarah, if you're listening, I really, really, really do pray that your life comes together, that all your wishes come true. Take it from me. I've dealt with this for 18 years. I know what it's like, okay?